Have you ever wondered why some people seem to have unstoppable energy in the morning, while others drag themselves through the day feeling exhausted before it even begins? Why do a few people seem to achieve more, create more, and feel more alive, while others struggle to even get out of bed? The answer is simple, yet profound. It all starts with how you begin your day. The first hour after you wake up is the most powerful hour of your life. It can either make you feel like a prisoner of your own habits, or it can set the stage for a day filled with focus, energy, and unstoppable momentum. Imagine waking up tomorrow feeling alive, alert, and in control, ready to face anything that comes your way. That isn't just a dream. It's a choice. And that choice starts the moment you open your eyes. Your morning is a blank canvas. The colors you choose today will determine the masterpiece of your day. Every successful person you admire, whether it's a world-class athlete, a groundbreaking entrepreneur, or a thought leader, has one thing in common. They have mastered their mornings. Not because they are naturally disciplined, not because they have more time, but because they understand a deep truth about life. How you start your day determines how your day ends, how you live your life, and ultimately, who you become. The habits you form in these early hours shape your mind, your energy, and your destiny. Most people don't see mornings this way. They hit the snooze button, scroll through social media, and rush through the first hour in a fog. But here's the truth that psychologists and behavioral scientists have proven over and over again. Your brain is at its sharpest, your willpower is at its peak, and your potential is limitless in the early morning. This is the time when small, intentional actions can compound into extraordinary results. A single choice, choosing to rise with purpose instead of inertia, can change everything. And this is exactly why this video is so important. Today, you're going to discover 5 essential habits that can transform your mornings and, in turn, transform your life. These are not just ordinary routines. They are small, deliberate actions rooted in human psychology, designed to trigger your brain, energize your body, and sharpen your mind. They are the tools that successful people use every single day to gain a powerful advantage, long before the rest of the world even wakes up. But here's the reward for staying with this video until the very end. If you commit to these 5 habits and start implementing them tomorrow, you will not only change your mornings, you will change the trajectory of your life. You will wake up feeling more alive, more confident, and more in control. You will stop feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or exhausted. And the best part? These habits are simple, actionable, and achievable. You don't need special equipment, expensive tools, or years of training. You only need the willingness to take the first step right now. Think about it for a moment. Every great day starts with a single choice: to rise, to move, to act. Imagine waking up tomorrow and feeling the energy flowing through your body, your mind clear, your focus unshakable. Imagine starting your day with confidence, knowing exactly what you want to achieve, and knowing you have the power to make it happen. That feeling is not reserved for a lucky few. It's available to anyone who decides to claim it. Your mornings are the gateway to your dreams, the first domino in a chain of success that can change everything. Now, let's step back and look at why mornings hold this secret power. Your mind has just rested after hours of sleep. Your body is replenished, your brain is reset, and your emotions are more malleable than at any other time of the day. Neuroscientists call this a window of plasticity, meaning the early hours are perfect for forming new habits, reinforcing discipline, and rewiring your mindset. Every decision you make in these hours has a magnified impact on your mental clarity, focus, and energy. Every minute you spend intentionally building your morning routine pays off exponentially. Yet, most people waste it. Most people let the morning slip away while they wait for motivation to magically appear. But motivation is not a lightning bolt. It is created. It is built, nurtured, and strengthened through small, purposeful actions that compound over time. And that is exactly what this video is about. It's about giving you a roadmap to create unstoppable mornings. It's about showing you 5 habits that are simple but transformative, rooted in the science of human behavior and designed to push your life forward. By the time you finish watching, you will know exactly what to do from the moment you wake up. You will feel inspired, confident, and ready to take control. And if you commit to following through, you will experience a shift that goes far beyond the morning. It will touch every part of your life. So before we dive into the 5 essential habits, remember this. The person you want to become is waiting on the other side of your morning. The focus, energy, and clarity you crave are hidden in the first hour after you wake up. Your life is waiting for you to take the first step, and the small actions you take tomorrow morning will ripple across your day, your week, your month, and eventually your entire life. Stay with me till the end of this video, because by the time you're done, you'll not only know what to do, you'll feel motivated, energized, and ready to claim a morning routine that can change everything. You'll learn the 5 habits that have the power to transform ordinary mornings into extraordinary ones. And more than that, you'll feel the fire inside you that says, I am ready, I am capable, I am unstoppable. Your new life begins the moment you decide to own your morning, and it starts right here, right now. Mornings are not just a time of day, they are the foundation of everything you do. The quality of your morning sets the tone for your thoughts, your energy, and your actions. Think about it. A day that starts with clarity, focus, and purpose has a completely different outcome than a day that begins in chaos, distraction, and hesitation. Every decision, every action, and every emotion is influenced by how you greet the morning. Yet most people underestimate its power. They treat it as just another part of the clock, a period to get ready, rush, or react. But the truth is far deeper. Mornings are the gateway to a life of mastery, growth, and fulfillment. When you start your day intentionally, you are telling your mind and body that you are in control. You are choosing to lead yourself instead of following habits that no longer serve you. This is a simple but profound psychological principle. Your brain responds to signals of control and purpose. When you decide what to do first, when you do it with attention and dedication, your mind releases a surge of confidence, energy, and clarity. It's not magic. It's biology. Your nervous system notices discipline, your prefrontal cortex strengthens focus, and your emotional center begins to feel stability and readiness. Mornings can become a personal training ground for your mind, preparing you to face challenges without stress, hesitation, or distraction. Now consider how easily mornings can slip away without this awareness. The moment you wake up, your mind is vulnerable to habits, distractions, and routines that may not serve your highest potential. Scrolling through social media, hitting snooze repeatedly, or getting lost in endless tasks can leave you drained before your day even starts. Each of these small decisions sends a message to your brain. I am a passenger in my life, not the driver. Over time, this creates a pattern of passivity, fatigue, and lack of progress. But the good news is that this pattern can be reversed, and it begins with understanding the psychology of the morning. Research shows that our brain functions differently in the early hours. The mind is more creative, the willpower is stronger, and the energy for disciplined action is at its peak. This is why routines that harness these natural advantages can have an outsized impact on success and well-being. When you align your habits with the natural rhythm of your brain, you tap into a hidden reservoir of productivity, focus, and mental clarity. Every small action, done consistently in the morning, compounds to create momentum that carries through the entire day. Think of it as planting seeds. The care and attention you give to your morning determines the harvest you will experience in life. Mornings are also a time when your emotional state is highly flexible. The decisions you make early can prime your mind for positivity, resilience, and determination. For instance, engaging in a short moment of reflection, reading something inspiring, or writing down your goals can create an internal environment that is energized and motivated. This is because the brain releases neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin in response to intentional, purpose-driven actions. These chemicals reinforce habits, encourage repetition, and create a sense of satisfaction that lasts long after the first hour of the day. By contrast, neglecting this window can leave you emotionally reactive, distracted, and depleted, struggling to find motivation in the hours that follow. The power of morning extends beyond productivity. It is a time to reconnect with your goals, values, and vision for your life. When you begin your day with intention, you are effectively aligning your actions with your purpose. This alignment is deeply satisfying on a psychological level. It creates a sense of momentum, confidence, and self-respect that fuels your decisions, interactions, and achievements. People who practice mindful mornings often report higher resilience, reduced stress, and greater clarity in their personal and professional lives. They wake up with purpose rather than obligation, with energy rather than fatigue, and with clarity rather than chaos. Yet mastering mornings is not about perfection. It is about consistency. Small, deliberate actions, repeated daily, create habits that reshape your life. The timing, the order, and the quality of your morning routines matter more than the length or intensity. A few focused minutes of movement, reflection, planning, or visualization can outweigh hours spent in distraction. Your brain thrives on patterns, and the early hours provide a canvas for patterns that strengthen discipline, focus, and emotional resilience. The key is to treat each morning as a deliberate opportunity to invest in yourself, your mind, and your future. Now, imagine waking up tomorrow and taking control of your first moments. Instead of reacting to the day, you create it. You breathe with awareness, move with intention, and plan with clarity. Every thought you have, every action you take, becomes a signal to your brain that you are capable, strong, and ready. This is more than just a routine. It is a declaration that you will not be controlled by circumstances, fatigue, or distractions. You are choosing your life, starting with your morning. And this is why understanding the importance of morning is the foundation for everything else that follows. Without this awareness, even the best habits may struggle to take hold. With it, every habit, every action, every choice becomes exponentially more powerful. The morning becomes a launching pad for confidence, clarity, and achievement. It transforms ordinary days into extraordinary ones and ordinary people into those who live with purpose and impact. Your morning is waiting. The moment you wake, you have a chance to shape your mind, your body, and your life. The energy, focus, and resilience you seek are not in some distant future. They are right in front of you, available in the first hour after you open your eyes. Every decision, every action, every habit you adopt now will ripple across your day, your week, and your life. The morning is more than a time. It is a power you can harness, a tool you can master, and a gateway to the person you want to become. The next step is simple. Understand the habits that channel this power. These are not random tasks. They are strategies rooted in human psychology, designed to align your energy, sharpen your mind, and prime your emotions for success. When practiced consistently, they turn mornings into a source of unstoppable momentum, rather than wasted time. Your journey to mastery begins not in the afternoon, not in the evening, but in the quiet, potent hours of your morning. And once you embrace this, you'll never see the day the same way again. Before you even begin any habit or routine, the most important step is to change how you think about your mornings. Mindset is the invisible force that determines whether your actions will lead to growth or leave you stuck in the same place. Without the right mindset, even the most carefully planned routines can fail. But when your mind is aligned, everything you do in the morning becomes powerful. Every movement, every choice, every breath carries meaning and momentum. This is not just about motivation. It is about training your mind to see potential in every moment, to recognize that the start of your day is a gift, not a chore. The first shift is understanding that mornings are not for rushing or reacting, they are for creating. Most people wake up and immediately respond to demands, alarms, messages, traffic, deadlines. Their minds are already scattered before they even sit up. But you have the ability to reverse this by choosing awareness over autopilot, by choosing presence over reaction. You reclaim your mornings. This is the mindset of someone who is in charge of their life. The brain thrives on clarity and structure, and when you begin with intentionality, it rewards you with focus, calm, and confidence. Another key to this mindset is to embrace small wins. Often, people feel discouraged because they expect huge leaps and instant results. But psychology teaches us that consistent, incremental victories are far more powerful than occasional bursts of effort. Each intentional action you take in the morning, drinking a glass of water, stretching, setting your intention, sends a signal to your brain. You are capable, you are disciplined, and you can succeed. These small wins build a foundation of self-trust that grows stronger every day. When your mind experiences success first thing in the morning, it becomes eager to continue that energy throughout the day. This mindset also requires shifting your relationship with discomfort. Change is never easy, and your body and mind naturally resist it. Waking up early, prioritizing your tasks, or breaking old habits can feel uncomfortable at first. But discomfort is a signal, not a barrier. It is proof that you are pushing the boundaries of your comfort zone and creating room for growth. Each moment of resistance you overcome is like strengthening a muscle. You are building resilience, focus, and mental toughness that will carry into every area of your life. Visualization is a powerful tool in shaping this mindset. Take a moment each morning to picture the day you want to create. See yourself handling challenges calmly, completing tasks with clarity, and ending the day satisfied with your efforts. This mental rehearsal prepares your brain to act with intention and focus. It primes your emotions to stay positive and your mind to remain alert. Your subconscious begins to align with the vision you hold, making success feel not only possible but inevitable. This is how mindset becomes the engine of your mornings, driving action before you even take your first step. Gratitude is another essential component. By consciously recognizing what you already have, you anchor yourself in positivity and abundance. The brain responds to gratitude by releasing chemicals that increase well-being, reduce stress, and sharpen focus. Starting the day with even a single thought of appreciation, your health, your home, your opportunities, can dramatically influence your mindset. It shifts attention from what is missing or difficult to what is available and achievable. This simple practice primes your mind for productivity, clarity, and confidence. The mindset of ownership is equally crucial. Your morning is yours, and how you spend it is your responsibility. No one else can create the energy, focus, and momentum for your day. You must claim it. This is a psychological truth. Taking ownership activates the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for decision-making, planning, and self-control. When you see yourself as the architect of your day, every action becomes meaningful. You stop blaming circumstances, excuses, or distractions, and you start creating the conditions for success. It is also important to adopt a mindset of patience. Transforming your mornings will not happen overnight. Every habit you establish takes time, consistency, and repeated effort. Your brain needs to adapt to new patterns, your body needs to adjust, and your emotions need to align. But patience is not passive, it is active persistence. Each day you commit to this mindset, no matter how small the step, you reinforce the neural pathways that will make these habits automatic. This patience becomes confidence, and this confidence becomes momentum. Finally, embrace a mindset of possibility. Every morning is a fresh opportunity, a blank page, and a chance to move closer to your goals. Your thoughts, intentions, and actions in these first hours carry a weight far greater than you realize. By believing that today can be better than yesterday, that small choices have massive impact, and that you have the power to create your life. You unlock potential that most people never see. This mindset turns ordinary mornings into extraordinary ones, and ordinary people into those who consistently achieve, grow, and inspire. When you fully adopt this mindset, you are ready for action. The habits that follow, waking up early, moving your body, hydrating, reflecting, and planning, are no longer tasks to complete. They are tools to express the version of yourself you aspire to become. Your mornings become a stage where your mind, body, and spirit align. Each moment is intentional. Each choice is a step toward growth. And each day builds upon the last, creating momentum that compounds into a life of purpose, energy, and achievement. This mindset shift is not theoretical. It is the psychological framework that underpins every effective morning routine. Without it, habits are shallow, routines are meaningless, and progress is slow. With it, every action is amplified, every decision gains clarity, and every day carries the potential for extraordinary results. It is the difference between drifting through life and steering it with precision. And this is why, before you even think about your first habit, your mind must be prepared, aligned, and focused. Your mind holds the key. The moment you commit to thinking differently about mornings, everything changes. The rest of the routines, the movements, the reflections, the planning, they all become effortless extensions of your mindset. You are no longer just performing tasks, you are expressing discipline, focus, and intention. Your mornings are no longer a struggle, they are a launch pad for success, energy, and confidence. The first habit that transforms your mornings and sets the tone for your entire day is waking up early. It may sound simple, almost obvious, but its impact is profound. Rising before the world is awake gives you something few people experience: time to think, to prepare, and to take control without distractions. It is in these quiet hours that clarity emerges, focus strengthens, and potential begins to expand. When you wake up early, you are not just gaining extra hours. You are gaining the advantage of starting your day ahead of everyone else. Waking up early is more than a schedule adjustment. It is a declaration. It is a statement to your mind and body that you are committed to your growth, your goals, and your purpose. Every time you resist the urge to hit the snooze button, you reinforce self-discipline and resilience. Psychology tells us that small acts of self-control create a chain reaction in your brain. Each victory over laziness strengthens your ability to make better choices later in the day. The early wake-up becomes a signal that you are capable of achieving the things others postpone, ignore, or avoid. The benefits of waking up early extend far beyond simply having more hours. Your mind is naturally clearer, creativity flows more freely, and decision-making improves. This is a window when your cognitive abilities are sharpest, when your focus is least likely to be interrupted, and when your willpower is at its highest. By taking advantage of these hours, you prepare yourself to handle the challenges of the day with calmness and efficiency. People who rise early often report greater productivity, reduced stress, and a stronger sense of control over their lives. They start the day with momentum instead of chasing it. Early mornings also create space for reflection. In the quiet before the world wakes, you can examine your thoughts, assess your goals, and set intentions. This practice grounds your mind and aligns your actions with your priorities. When your first moments are intentional, your entire day follows a pattern of clarity and purpose. You are no longer reacting to external pressures or distractions. You are acting from a place of preparation and strength. This subtle shift has a powerful psychological effect. It reduces anxiety, increases confidence, and strengthens focus throughout the day. The habit of waking up early also builds consistency in life. Your body and mind thrive on rhythm, and establishing a regular wake-up time stabilizes your energy, mood, and focus. Consistency reduces decision fatigue, making it easier to maintain other positive habits. Every early morning becomes a reinforcement of your commitment to yourself. Over time, these mornings compound into a lifestyle of discipline, efficiency, and personal empowerment. The advantage is not just in the hours gained. It is in the structure and momentum you create, which carry over into every aspect of your life. To rise early consistently, it is important to address both your mindset and your environment. Prepare your mind the night before by setting a clear intention to wake up at a specific time. Visualize the feeling of accomplishment that comes from starting your day ahead of others. Your subconscious begins to accept this as the natural way to begin each morning. Meanwhile, your surroundings should support this habit. Keep your alarm just out of reach, dim lights to signal winding down, and eliminate distractions that might tempt you to delay sleep. These small actions create a system that aligns your environment with your goal, making early rising easier and more sustainable. The psychological reward of waking up early is immediate and tangible. The quiet hours give you control over your thoughts, time for planning, and space for personal growth. You can engage in activities that energize you: exercise, reading, journaling, or simply reflecting on your vision for life. These actions release dopamine and other neurotransmitters that reinforce the habit and energize your mind. Your brain begins to associate early mornings with achievement, satisfaction, and readiness, which motivates you to continue this pattern. Over time, this habit transforms not just your mornings, but your identity. You start to see yourself as someone who is disciplined, proactive, and unstoppable.